Hi, my name is Josh. I first started coming to Holy Trinity January 2023. Growing up, I always labelled myself as a believer, as someone who would call themselves a Christian, but I think deep down, I was very agnostic. I didn't really know whether there was a purpose or anything like that. I was almost just going through the motions, and I think that led to the feeling of emptiness, even just worrying about what people thought of me, anxiety, the depression that came. A big milestone for my life was losing my best friend when I was 20 years old and he was 19, and that really made me question life, made me really think about what I'm doing with my own life. For a long time I was lost, man. I just didn't know what to do. I had finished uni and I'd failed everything. I was out of work for a long time and I was isolated, even from my family. I would isolate myself because I felt like I was a burden on people because of what I've gone through and the fact I couldn't be happy around people. I came back to university in Cambridge and I started studying business with marketing at Anglia Ruskin, and it was something completely different. So in October 2023, while I was still at university, I had this one week where things just started going wrong. I fell out with my best friend and it was a really toxic kind of breakup, if you will, friendship breakup. I'd also heard news that I had got a girl pregnant that I slept with, and shortly after she got it aborted. That really broke me down, it was a further life that was stopped because of me. And that was one thing. And further on in this week, I went out for my friend's birthday and I was drinking. I was trying to drown the pain. I was trying to distract myself. And I had the worst night. I blacked out, drunk. I decided that was the final time I was gonna live through that experience. And I didn't want to have that empty feeling ever again. It was almost like someone was jumping on my chest. And I actually started reading the Bible, which I had bought about 5 months prior, in hope of reading it, in hope of finding God, I guess. But I had never opened it since I bought it. And I was reading the Gospel of Matthew. And it got to the verse where it says, faith the size of a mustard seed could move mountains. And that really stuck with me. I thought, okay, I have a couple mountains and I want to move them, like depression and anxiety. And I started to pray and I really noticed a massive difference in my life, and just the joy that God offers us through a relationship with Him was unreal. It didn't feel real, honestly. I've been sober ever since. All glory to Jesus Christ. It's amazing. So me and my friend used to play basketball, and he said, I told him about my faith and how I found Jesus, and he said, that's great, you should start going to church. You should start surrounding yourself with people who want to follow Jesus, because just like we're basketball players, we can train on our own, but to be part of the team is the bigger picture, and that really stuck with me. And I started going, and it was really difficult. I definitely felt like an imposter. I kind of felt like, why am I kind of here? Like, these people really do believe. And I was invited to go to an event in Cambridge called Carry the Love. I think that day was the day I fully got delivered through Him. The Spirit came over me. There was no doubt it was God. My body was shaking, I was crying. I felt this fire in my heart, and I will still remember it to this day till I die. And that was also almost the confirmation that God gave me. And ever since, I just remember that moment. All the times I struggle with my faith today, I go back to that moment and I realize God's already delivered me and He's still sanctifying me